Hey everybody, it's Jesse again. Thank you for joining me on another edition of Gen X Thinks. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know by now that I am a believer that the 80s was the greatest time ever to be alive. And I'm going to spend this video making that point again. One of the reasons it was such a great time was because we had great movies. I can illustrate that point by illustrating all of the remakes that they've made of our movies from the 80s, and there's a lot of them. Even with all the new technology and the hopefully better acting schools and better writing schools, and they even have AI now and all of the better special effects, the movies just aren't as good. I go by the IMDb rating. The critics score, I don't go by that so much. I've just seen so many movies that were supposedly great by the critics, and then you watch the movie and it's crap, and then you look on the IMDb score and it's sitting at 3.3 out of 10. Everybody else hated it too. Or the opposite can be true. The critics just pan the thing, say it's garbage, but then the audience loves it. It's because some movies are just fun. They don't have to be technically and Oscar-winning pieces of artwork. They just have to be fun and enjoyable, and that's what they got back in the 80s. The filmmakers understood that, and that's the kind of movies they made for us. They were fun. They had memorable one-liners that we would run around repeating to each other, and we've remembered for decades. And I'm gonna run down a list here, just a few of the most popular remakes, and we'll see how they compare to the original movie. All right, the first one on my list is RoboCop. Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me. You remember that? So on IMDb right now, the original RoboCop is sitting at a 7.6 out of 10. And the remake is sitting at a 6.1. Now, most of us remember RoboCop, the original. It was just an awesome movie. One of the first movies like that I'd ever seen. It was really, really well done, and action, and a lot of memorable lines. And the remake just couldn't measure up, of course. Number 2, Red Dawn. Remember that? Wolverines! Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen. The original is sitting at a 6.3, which in my estimation is too low for that movie. That's one of my all-time favorites. And the remake is sitting at a 5.3. Can't Buy Me Love. Interesting mode of transport, dude. Remember that line? The big guy. The original sitting at a 6.8 on the IMDb rating. The remake is 6.3. They didn't do as bad with that remake, I guess. I haven't seen it. I've seen the original movie I don't know how many times. Dirty Dancing. Classic movie. Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner. Original, 7.1. Remake, 3.2. And that's a good movie to illustrate a point of mine, that I learned a lot from these movies. Just life lessons. I'm not speaking for all of us, but I personally never put baby in a corner. In my whole 53 years now, I've never put baby in a corner. And I attribute that to Dirty Dancing. Maybe y'all tried, I don't know. Not speaking for everyone, but I never did. Fright Night. I don't remember any great quotes on Fright Night off the top of my head. Original, IMDb rating 7.1. Remake, 6.4. Karate Kid, Sweep the Leg. Wax on, wax off. Original movie, sitting today on IMDb at 7.3. The remake, 6.2. Conan the Barbarian has my favorite movie quote of all time. What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women. Best quote ever. I don't care. I'll die on that hill. The original Conan is a classic cinematic masterpiece. Let's see. Original, 6.9 on IMDb right now, and that's a travesty. That's a travesty, Gen X. We should have that. Conan the Barbarian, we should have that up there, 9.3, somewhere up there. Remake, 5.1. And I like Jason Momoa. It's nothing against him. He's a fine actor. He's made a lot of good movies that we all enjoy, Aquaman and all this. He's an action guy, you know. All those guys like action guys. The overall movie is just, it's horrible. Clash of the Titans. Now, that's a great movie from back in the day. I remember watching it as a kid, just over and over again. The Metal Owl, and I have seen it as an adult, and a little bit of the luster, you know, a little bit of the shine is gone because the special effects are just so outdated. So it's a little hard to watch as an adult, but it's still a good movie. Now that one is sitting at a 6.9 right there with Conan the Barbarian. And the remake, 5.8. So now this remake is a great big blockbuster with, you know, $100 million worth of special effects and huge monsters and all this stuff, but it's just not as good as the original with the old claymation, and the original is just a better movie. It's more fun to watch. I don't know what else to say. Footloose. IMDb rating right now is sitting at a 6.6. And the remake is a 5.8. Looking at these, and the list is longer. I just took some of the top, most popular movies. But looking at these numbers, we can see the trend. The remakes have far larger budgets, a lot more special effects, a lot more realistic special effects. Some have better actors, you know, some have better directors nowadays. They're honing their craft as time progresses, but the writing is not good as it was in the 80s. The deliverance of those classic lines just cannot be repeated. You can't remake that magic, an original magic like that. It just can't be done. That's where we're at there. We just had wonderful movies back then. Wonderful. We had wonderful movies almost every year. Every summer we had like 3 or 4 really great fun movies to watch. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I really like talking with y'all in the comments, revisiting those old times with you. I really like that. So please take a moment and comment if you would. Y'all have a great day and stay awesome, Gen X. I'll see you on the next one.